American high school curriculum, right up there with the Red Scare, the Crucible. It's always framed as this cautionary tale about paranoia, not proof. Well, textbooks paint McCarthy as this reckless bully who whipped up blacklists in Hollywood and torched careers and did it all out of anti-Semitic malice. But I'm going to myth bust that, so hold on to your hats. Here are some things that we are not told about McCarthy. Number one is that he was right. And I'm going to tell you how we know this. He actually did not want to name names. He was smeared by the Democrats and the State Department in collusion. He actually had factual reports and intelligence on which to make his accusations. And he was the victim of multiple character smears, all of which I'm going to tell you the truth about. So let's start with the first one. Get ready, buckle up. First of all, he was right. History has shown that McCarthy was absolutely correct, and there were, in fact, communists infiltrating the U.S. government, specifically the State Department, at the policy level, at the highest levels. Well, how do we know this? Well, the FBI knew it all along, but the public knows because when the Soviet Union fell in the 90s, they gave us proof. This proof is called the Venona decrypts, or the Venona files. It is a trove of intercepted Soviet communist communications that the U.S. intelligence had been decoding for years, in fact, for decades. The Venona files revealed that hundreds of Americans were secretly working with or for the Soviet intelligence, many of them inside the U.S. government, including the State Department, the Treasury, and even the White House. Here's some names that were confirmed in the Venona files. Alger Hiss, a top State Department official who helped create the United Nations. Harry Dexter White, Assistant Secretary of the U.S. Treasury under FDR. Lachlan Lurie, an advisor to President Roosevelt. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, who passed atomic secrets to Moscow, one of the more famous cases. Now, the only one here directly named by McCarthy on this list was Harry Dexter White. He was named in the famous 1950s Wheeling speech. He died of a heart attack just a few days after denying under oath that he was a Soviet agent, but that was a lie. He is, in fact, confirmed in the Venona files as a confirmed Soviet source. The others here, Alger Hiss was exposed by Whittaker Chambers, not McCarthy. Lachlan Lurie was part of a broader network of espionage that McCarthy did reference, but he was not specifically focused on him. The Rosenbergs were prosecuted by the Justice Department, not McCarthy, so I should be clear. But all of these validate McCarthy's assertion that there were Soviet spies in the U.S. government. Now, I should point out the FBI knew this all along. The FBI had the Venona transcripts as well as treasure troves of documents, files and files and files. And in fact, we know that they knew this as early as 1942 because they were investigating Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. We know this, that he had been investigated as a secret party member. Now, why, you might ask, did McCarthy stand on a limb by himself if the FBI knew that what he was saying was correct? Well, partly because the intel that they had was classified. They were still working these files at the time. And partly because they didn't think that McCarthy would need their help. McCarthy wasn't